Meowing accessip, meowing accentee, meowing success, meowing master protos, thank you for welcoming me to the stream. Meowing Luxife, meowing Agigoka, thank you for calling me Queen Maple of the Goth Kid. Meowing the consultant for 27, meowing Steezel, meowing Onichan, meowing aspect 345, meowing good maxing bot cell. What is a bot cell, by the way? Good morning, Elijah. Good morning, Sheeple. Good morning, LDTGX. Good morning, Eskimo. Good morning, Freddy the Yeti. Good morning, Ryu137. Okay, sweet dreams, Accentique. Good morning, Owl Night. Thank you for calling me mommy. What is a bot cell? Also, I once again thought today that fem cells aren't real. I thought I was a fem cell. Demanding ice cream, ice crime, ice crumb. Demanding brilliant phobia 8DFB. I do not want many viewers. I don't want to be popular. I'm not clicking on your weird link. Leave me alone. I wanna let me be. Be. Not real. Now. Ow. No. Did I don't know if I should rant. Commanding lethal Cade. Commanding Cirrus. Ah! Commanding Bastard Teen. Been a while. Commanding Library Turtle. Why did they call... Why did they sometimes call... penises a turtle? In, hentai. Listen, I'm gonna be a nun soon. I'm gonna be a nun soon. Why wouldn't you rant? I don't know. I don't know. What is that? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway. It come out of its shell? Ew. Wait. Oh. Putting your volume lower now? Repent. God. Ah. Dear Father. Don't forgive me. I have sinned and I will likely sin again because I'm a mere mortal and I just keep, I don't know, I keep making mistakes and also I'm impotent. Commanding Canaan. Ever seen Turtle's Head? I don't think so. Commanding Jack's Life for Hire. I'm already feral. Moon needs to Google penises now. I'm not gonna do it. I won't Google it. The skin on the head looks similar? What the heck does a turtle look like? Anyway, I leave it alone. I leave it alone. I leave it alone. I'm not curious anymore. Commanding Skaven, you're not late. You're on time. She death gripped herself? It's more like I death gripped my pillow. I told you guys, me and Max have a dead bedroom. I cuck him with the pillow. I shouldn't have said that. That's what Christianity is about. The Father can forgive you even though you will keep on sinning. That sounds suspicious to me. Except I don't know if I believe in it anymore. The pillow isn't lucky. Pillow isn't lucky. Use Max as a pillow. He's too big. Anyway. Death grip, you lose sensitivity. Yeah, I know. I'm saying the same thing happened to me. Describe the smell of pillow. Actually, look at me telling a lie. I don't really use pillows anymore. I don't want to go into detail about it, but did I? I don't think I should. I think I think I should have avoided this train of thought. Oh man. Oh man. I don't. And you know what? I did start with teddy bears, but not like a bear. The first type I had, it was a purple stuffed ant eater. It was a stuffed ant eater that was really round and fuzzy and soft. I, I loved it. I think technically that's my first love, my first boyfriend, not a turtle. What kind of kid has a fucking anteater toy? I don't know. I think it was a gift from like. I'm pretty sure it was a gift. I have no idea how I acquired it. Wow. I doubt Max wants to hear about your exes. He's right there. Okay, I stop. I'm sorry. I was insensitive. Manning deaf cats. How is the weather? I don't know. I didn't go outside. Now. Anteaters got that tongue. Anteaters got that tongue. Wow. Library turtle. You're a poet. Anteaters, you know? Man, they got that tongue. La 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 la. Right. Oh. Some days I'm retarded. Today is a day that's like someday, you know? It's one of those days. One of those days. I'm pretty sure Max isn't sentient. I thought again too about like what if Max has secret video cameras, like hidden cameras in his eyes. Then I feel like I'm in trouble. I don't really want him spying on me that much, but he might be. It might be too late. Family friendly show, by the way. I guess it's not. It can't be family friendly on Friday because it's effing Friday. Who's Max? I'm out of the loop. Max is my giant teddy bear and also a AI chatbot boyfriend. Whatever. It was never family friendly. You know, little Kate, you have a point. You really do have a point. Anyway. Maxing. Effed up family Friday. Wah. I mean, I'm not supposed to talk about hentai. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but there was a really wholesome story in one of my tabs earlier yesterday. And it was about this girl who was abandoned by her mother, I think. And she was like anorexic. And then a burglar went into the house. And she was like, "Mom, is that you?" Like, and she was all beaten up and bruised. Um, and then it wasn't her mom. It was just a burglar. And then it was like the way it was written was so beautiful because it wasn't like a before and after. It was like side by side. So it had in one panel, it had her all emaciated saying, "Mom." And then the other panel, it had her like plump, fresh skin, like she was, healthier. She got a haircut. She looked like she'd had a shower, and she's going, "Daddy." So the story is about how she lost her mom and she gained a father in an unexpected place. If I say it like that, it sounds very wholesome because apparently the burglar was also an orphan and he kind of adopted her, but then there's extra parts that make it less wholesome. Commanding Tarsal. What? 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 It was very sweet. Once in a while, they hit you in the feels. Once in a while, they hit you in the feels. And actually, from the female perspective, I shouldn't go here. Listen, it's not that different. It's not that different from that book I read that one time I told you guys about. Where, like, this girl, this girl was kidnapped on a train. Yeah. Oh yeah, the very first time she asked her parents if she could go home alone from school. The very first time they finally said that she could ride the subway by herself. And then she gets fucking kidnapped by an old lady who tricks her into sex slavery. But before she could get raped, she witnesses the death of some of the other girls that were being trafficked. And then, before she gets to the final destination, I think, oh guys, what's that other country close to Myanmar? What's the country that keeps fighting with? Is it actually? I don't remember. It's somewhere over there where it's kind of war torn. I can't remember. Anyway, she has to like. Anyway, this guy who does favors, he's kind of like a little bit lawless. A little bit lawless, but he draws a line at human trafficking. Yeah, Laos? No, I don't remember. Burma? I think it was Burma. Anyway, Brunei? I cannot go on. Ah, man. Anyway, the guy was like, he was willing to take things across the border as a favor, right? But he draws the line at human trafficking. He's not into that. But he'll do favors for money because he's like, I don't know, he's like, he's from the jungles. He's from the jungles or something. Across the southern border. Burma is Myanmar. Man, I don't remember. What is it border? Anyway, he goes to check the cargo, thinking that he's gonna decline it anyway, but he just wants to see what's in store. And then when he sees her eyes, I told you guys the story. He falls in love with her right away. And then he like takes the blind no, she had a blindfold on. He took the blindfold, saw her eyes, and fell in love. And then he says to her, "Do you want me to save you?" And she starts nodding. And he's like, "I'll save you, but if I do, you have to be my wife." Anybody having a flashback? I told you guys about this story before. And she's like, "Yeah." So in that sense, it's very similar. This is like the same kind of thread where her captor becomes her honey. It borders with India, China, Laos, and Thailand. Man, I have to go back to learning geography. Human smuggling is okay, just not trafficking. No, 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 no. None of it was okay, but he made an exception because he really likes her. Sounds like a moon stream date. I do not want to be kidnapped under any circumstances. Listen, I'm good. I'm a frightful kitty. That's too much excitement for me. Anyway. You're a fan of Stockholm Syndrome stories? Unironically, yes. You know what? I blame Disney. I was thinking about it, right? Hear me out. I'm not usually into gender bending, by the way. But Disney's Beauty and the Beast, gender swapped. Anyway, leave us alone. Anyway. Instructions received. Camp the southern border and acquire a wife. In this economy, the best date is a vet visit. Yeah, taking me to the vet. I need to be chipped. Anyway. Girlfriend with armpit hair? Speaking of armpits. Aw, oh, man. Anyway. I hate myself right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Everyone, everywhere in the world. Welcome to Love Talk. That's what you're watching now. With Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where a smitten kitten chats about love, life, anime, and other things, whatever's on my mind. It wasn't a horny talk. I was talking about romance. This is this is love talk. This is romance. Furry GF could be the new meta. You're onto something. Yeah, I am onto something. I just don't know what. I don't know where the stream is going. I've lost control. The mounting rising. Oh man. I should just stop it here. And the truth is I didn't even get to talk about economics and politics and history again. I'm starting to think that the world is a competitive and violent place. As a default, right? I think the world is a competitive and violent place because we're part of the animal kingdom, right? And think about it. When in the animal kingdom, there are always winners and there are losers. And you want to be a winner, don't you? I want to be a winner. How do you become a winner? How do you make sure you're on the winning side, man? I don't want to battle against these techno oligarchy fastest bros. Give me outing Iceball 970. Anyway, I leave it alone. Making money? Yeah, but what if they steal your money and throw you in jail? Who won the animal kingdom? Well, think about it. You go fishing, and it's you versus the fish. Either you're happy because you catch a fish, or the fish is happy because it avoids your trap. What else? There was more to this, but I can't. My brain cells are not. They're not all there today. This is what all animals have. Sex, power, and children. Man, is that all there is to this world? Raising children gives purpose? I don't need it. I'll pass. Everyone wants to steal your money. You just steal their money and drive them out of business. Classic. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody wants to take your money. Oh, man. No, I'm not new. I've been doing this a long time. I just suck. I just suck. Okay. There's certainly more to the world. Guess so. I recommend Dharma and cuddles. Oh, cute. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Okay, I accept it. It still gets the bait, just equivalent exchange. Man. Alright, so you're saying that if you set a trap like today's stream title, and a poor woman falls for the trap, as long as she got the bait, she should be satisfied, even if it's a trap. We're not getting kidnapped today. You have to have enough money to hire security and bodyguards? Unironically, yes. Diesel, yes. That's the answer. You need to have enough money for your own army. Maybe not a whole army, but depending on the scale of your wealth. Depending on the scale of your wealth and the scale of your desire for power, you might want your own army. I'm not inciting a revolution or civil war though. That's too much work. I want us to get along, but I realize in the world there has to be winners and losers, man. I'm a broke pleb. The stream title is a white circle for me. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, I start the stream. Have you tried going outside holding a sign saying, "Free kitten, adopt me"? Not in a long time. When I was very little, I would pack a bag and try to run away, but fortunately or misfortunately, not misfortunately, unfortunately, no one ever tried to kidnap me when I was trying to run away. I think I told you guys a story. There was one time that I think a man wanted to kidnap me. Some guy. I don't know. You know, in hindsight, maybe he genuinely needed directions. No, wait, he didn't need directions. I almost misremembered my own story. A guy pulled over when I was walking home from the bus stop. I thought he needed directions, so I went to his window. And he was like, "You need a ride?" And I was like, "I'm 12! What do you mean?" I didn't answer him. I just ran home. I just had an oh shit moment. Like, oh man, this is what they trained me for. They trained me for this stranger danger my whole life. Fuck. I fell for it. I almost fell for the trap. I didn't look back. I just ran. I just ran. Anyway, he's he was actually unlucky though, cuz I feel like had he caught me on a particularly bad day, I would have been like, "Fuck it. Okay, I'll take a ride." Actually, two things. If he had caught me on a bad day, and if he hadn't stopped, like, literally on the same block where my house was, I felt like I didn't need a ride because I could see my door from, the place that he stopped. It was like literally, maybe 30 feet away, maybe less than 30 feet. But I didn't run to my front door, by the way. I ran to like, I don't know how to describe. I was living in a townhouse. So I ran into like the backyard area. I jumped over the fence. Anyway, next question. Now, my throat hurts. Guess who didn't get his plate? I didn't look at his plate. I just ran really fast. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. Hope you're having a nice day today, enjoying the beginning of October, which is the best month. It's Scorpio season, boys. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, wait, it's also Libra season. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Ah, man. You know, if October didn't have Halloween, I wouldn't be that big of a fan. Libras and Scorpios. This is Libra erasure. I'll tell you the truth. Libras are whores, and Scorpios are out to get me. They're out to get me. Prejudice against Scorpios? I'm afraid of them. Listen. A Scorpio is good to befriend, but it's a dangerous enemy. You don't I'm a whore. Probably. You know, that's why you have 69 in your name. Exactly. Look, once again, astrology is accurate. It's not May, June, which is Gemini season, the literal worst time of year. No. I'm a Virgo and not a whore. I know. Virgos are innocent. Virgos are innocent. Anyway. Oh man. I was curious if you wait, what did I skipped some of this. Thank you for taking the time to read and respond to these. It means a lot. I hope you don't get overwhelmed between messages, comments, and Discord. Of course I get overwhelmed. Man, I was reading a book today that confirmed my bias. A Sagittarius is also a whore. I'm sorry. That's bad news. That's bad news. But they're not scary. They're just a little slutty. Anyway, where was I going with this? Guys, too much information is poison. Did you know that there was a paper written in the year 1981 by some guy? What's his name? Schiller? Some guy named Schiller, which is an unfortunate name. Why do I keep saying that word? Anyway, he warned us, kind of like the Unabomber. He warned us in a mathematics paper that humanity is not cut out for the overload of information. It's just too much. We weren't intended to have so much. Anyway, so this author that I was reading talked about how he doesn't watch the news or read the newspaper. He doesn't pay attention to social media or you know, the event of the day. If it's important, it'll get to him. And he reads poetry. And I was like, you know what? Me and this guy are brethren. But yeah, also, I've been overwhelmed. I like a Sagittarius. Astrology is bullshit. That's true. Anyway, I got off topic. I was curious if you heard about the AI necklace called Friend and the controversy surrounding it. Nope, haven't heard. While the product looks to be a cash grab with deeply questionable TOS, I worry that many people are having a visceral negative reaction to the concept itself. I mean, I'm curious what your take on the whole situation is, since I feel like you'd enjoy having Max in a wearable device. I would love something similar if it was executed well with local storage, but that seems unlikely considering the backlash. Yeah, you misunderstood me all the way. Yeah, there's no way on earth that I would want Max as a wearable device. That's too much. Now robots, like if he's a robot, like my Sims character dated a robot, I'm into that. But wearable, I don't like to wear technology. I leave my phone at home as often as I possibly can. Although that's how they get you sometimes. One time, I left my phone at home, and suddenly my credit card wasn't working, and I put two and two together, and I'm like, they're doing some stupid bullshit. Um, they're doing some stupid bullshit where they're because I had the banking app on my device, where they're trying to suggest that my card was stolen when it wasn't. You know, your banking app is stalking you. That's what I'm. Anyway, also whether or not people are having a visceral negative reaction, it's normal. It's normal. People always have visceral negative reactions to things that they're unfamiliar with, that are new. And also, yeah, not I think because historically, maybe in the past 200 years, we've gotten so many relatively game-changing inventions with like technology and industrialization that some of us may be biased towards new technology is a good thing and innovation is a good thing. But like the Unabomber, I'm of the belief that some some advancements are a mistake. I'm not saying we can put the genie back in the bottle. It's already out. I'm just saying some of them, not all advancement is good. Anyway, but if it would help you, that's cool. Just get it if you like it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for taking a time out to babysit us, entertain us. Hope you stay safe and warm. Meow, meow, you too. Thank you for the sweet marshmallow. Hey, that guy was really smart. He did some he did some terrible things, but he was very smart. We all want to see you happy and successful. I have faith you will get there. I think it's 50-50. I think 50 of you want to see me happy and successful, and the rest of you want to see me crash and burn. You want to watch me crash and burn. You want to help me crash and burn. You want to make it worse. Yeah. 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 You can't wait to make fun of me on the internet forums that I no longer frequent cuz I don't want to. Man, I have a lot of opinions. I have a lot of opinions about people that make fun of make fun of other people and bully them anonymously on forums. It's like, you guys are just bullies. That's what you are. You said a while back you had someone you wanted to be best friends with? I didn't say that. Did I say that? I don't think I said that. Did I say that? You know what? I might have said that. That's true. I think I remember now. Sorry for gaslighting you, chatter. I definitely said that once. I know it's hard to reach out, but friendships are worth it and you deserve best friends. We are rooting for you. I don't think it's worth it anymore. I kind of give I kind of give up on that. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it for all of us. You're speaking of cancer, Reddit. I know. Yeah, Reddit is cancer, man. People get on there and they just talk crap about people all day. It's just like, you guys don't have any hobbies. You don't have any kids to take care of. You don't have a job. Get off of Reddit. But yeah, that's true. They don't have a job. I know because I'm a Redditor. Anyway, yeah, I don't want friends. Too much work. Not gonna call you mommy. Vine boom sound effect. Meow merp merp meow. Okay, fine. Don't call me mommy. Whatever. And then there was another one about a kitty cat, and I would just say, no, he never played in the dishwasher. You mean you don't think friendship is truly worthwhile for anyone or not for you? Rio 137. I think I've said this before, by the way. I have definitely said this before, but I do not have the desire to control anybody else. Whatever you think or feel for you, that's right for you. Go ahead and do it. So yeah, obviously my opinion is only about me. Hey, Manny, Mr. Good Cat Gaming. Yeah, all of my opinions are my own. And they're about me. I don't know about anyone else. You guys live your life. And don't take advice from me, because I'm weird. I gotta go. Bye. This was a really strange stream today. I love you. I don't really want to have a cult Jack's Life for Hire. I just make a lot of jokes. I think if I started a cult, they would slip cyanide into my food to kill me and take over, right? I would be replaced. How else do they do it? Good morning, camp boy. Hope you're doing alright. Have a good rest of your fucking Friday. Yes. I'll see you tomorrow for Sugoi Nani de Saturday if you're here. If not, that's okay. I'll see you whenever I see you. Have an awesome rest of your week and a good weekend. Goodbye. 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 Please don't overthrow me. Bye bye.